Hello Star family and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my returning subscribers. I hope you're doing amazing during these crazy astrological events, and this reading, another pick a card, is actually inspired by the upcoming eclipse on December 4th in Sagittarius. So I really wanted to bring forward messages from your spirit guides about the eclipse and the changes, transformations, closing out of cycles and opening of new cycles, everything in regards to the eclipse. I wanted to channel your guides and what guidance they have for you about that. So here we have 3 piles. This is pile number 1, number 2, and number 3. I'm going to show you the beautiful crystals that those are gifts, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to use them in our readings. So yeah, let me show you first the little, I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to call these, towers, I think. Yes, so this is pile number 1. With the first crystal. Come on. Okay. And the Dark Mansion Tarot. Pile number 2 is this beautiful egg. This is so pretty. With the Elemental Wisdom Tarot, as you can see, it's written on this purple velvet pouch. And pile number 3, this pile 2, pile 3, is this tower. I wish the camera could capture the actual colors, but this is like mountain blue when it's dark, and it becomes greenish when it's light outside. And there are freckles that sparkle inside the crystal, but my camera is just not going to capture those. But anyways, I hope you can see the beauty and you can appreciate it. With the Tarot Lunar, it's a French deck. It's a pretty one. So yeah, let's get into it. Go into the timestamps either in the description or in the comment section below, and let's read your cards. Unlike my usual approach where I start off with an oracle deck, this time we're starting off with the tarot. So my question is, what your spirit guides want you to warn you about or get you excited about when it comes to the eclipse on the December 4th. Let me shuffle, okay? Let me shuffle. I'm not ready to take this card. As always, I like to keep my readings very open. I don't like to be very concrete on one topic because I just like the messages to flow. So let's see. What messages the spirit guides want to communicate now? Interestingly, there was a dog barking outside, but I'm also having a vision of, it's not a dog, this looks like a wolf, to be quite honest. Pulling with ropes, some heavy load of wood and other belongings. It's almost like I'm seeing how in medieval times people would move their things around, and I'm seeing the wolf pulling the rope to move forward a heavy load that is represented by a person's belongings. I think your spirit guides are definitely talking about you trying to save something in your life right now. You're trying to kind of let something, prevent something from falling apart, save something. That is the sense I'm getting. Saving something. Especially if there is a sentimental attachment to it, there is even more of this energy of wanting to hold on to it, even though it's maybe not useful anymore. You want to bring it along with you. But the wolf is interesting in my vision because wolves are powerful protectors, powerful guardians. I think the message was not so obvious, but I think your guides actually, they don't want you to let go of something now. It's interesting, but I think you guys, your intuition, there is a reason why your intuition is saying, keep this, protect it, take it with you, you're going to need it. There is a reason why. Because I think it's very easy to say that with a new beginning, which an eclipse can indicate, definitely. With a new beginning, it's easy to say, let go of everything and shed everything. But I really feel like sometimes we can be a bit overboard with this suggestion. We can go overboard with it and think that we have to let go of certain stuff that might actually be useful later on. So I feel like whatever you're holding on to and you're wondering, it's so heavy to pull this through, it's so heavy to keep it in my life, it's so hard to keep it in my life, should I keep it, should I just let it go, has the time come? But I think it's something you love, so your intuition is saying like, no, wait, don't make radical decisions at this time. Pile 1, I feel like for you, I highly suggest that you make slow progress over time right now, and you're not trying to initiate some big changes or to impulsively shed a lot of your life right now. I feel it's important to rely on the foundation you've already established, identity-wise, career-wise, health-wise. I think it's important to... I'm hearing lay low, because in my vision, this wolf felt like it had to survive, but also to hide. So it was trying to quickly move its baggage, if you will, from one place to another, so that it doesn't get caught, it doesn't get seen by other animals in the forest. So yeah, your intuition right now and your guides are telling you, preserve yourself and your resources, guard them, protect them, don't let go easily of things. I feel right now you and the people in your life may be on kind of different timelines. So people may tell you, have this new beginning, you know, just you may meet a lot of people who are very assertive, motivational, very disciplined, determined, very bold, extroverted in a way. They want to live life in a more extroverted manner and to achieve. But for you at this time, I keep hearing like, lay low, hold on, you know, things for you will happen, but now is not the time to really make it more difficult for you by letting go of everything to have this new beginning because you heard someone else did it this way and it worked for them, but I don't think it's going to work for you. I really feel like right now your resources, your energy, your time, your ability to take time off, which something traditional in your life can give you the opportunity to take time off. For example, a job that gives you a constant, secure stream of income. This can allow you to, you know, you don't have to burn out so much energy to keep your income going. It's like, okay, I know if I chill on the weekend, it's fine because I'm getting my salary anyways. So kind of like that. So there is something traditional in your life established that is giving you the opportunity to preserve yourself and your resources and wait out this winter time, this winter period, because in my vision the forest was in snow, it was winter. So yeah, allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to lay low, allow yourself to not give in to the temptation to, you know, be in competition with other people. That is very important, pile 1. Okay, now let's flip your cards after this kind of long channeled message. Queen of Cups, the Two of Cups, I like that, and the, oh my gosh, and the High Priestess, hello. Okay, I really like these cards. So with the Two of Cups, there is harmony, there is balance, there is cooperation with others. I'm looking at the Two of Cups and I'm getting your guides want you to know that something you've expected intuitively to come together, especially a partnership and a relationship, you intuitively knew. You were waiting for it, you were expecting it. I think the eclipse will reveal a status of a connection you have. It will solidify a status of a connection, of a relationship, whether it's a business partnership, but I think more so romantic, because we also have the Queen of Cups, right? So I do get that for many of you, certain dreams, like literal dreams when you fall asleep, but also dreams like aspirations and ideas and visions that you've had intuitively are becoming reality. They're getting confirmed, especially when it comes to a partnership. As I said in my channeled portion, you guys are on a different timeline, but more so with your friends. However, I do see an alignment with a soulmate, and you quite literally might meet your soulmate in meditation. You might meet them during some spiritual practice, a spiritual course with the High Priestess, getting educated on something, something obscured, something that's been, something a little controversial, okay? You're studying the laws of something, the basics of something, the foundation, and the mystery. And this could be, you know, anything. You could be studying like very deeply economics. You could be studying very deeply human connections or global connections and management and things like that. With the High Priestess, you're just diving deep. You're diving into the very foundation of the knowledge that you want to acquire, some type of degree, some type of level you want to reach professionally. And I think in the process of doing that, you are collaborating with a person, and you might end up in a partnership with this person. You might become best friends with someone you're working with or studying with or going to an esoteric practice with. Of course, as well with the Queen of Cups, we definitely have the field of psychology and healing. I'm not getting so much the artistic field. I won't exclude it, but I feel that this is more so taking place for those of you who are really putting your noses in the books, so to say. Of course, with art, there's a lot of like, it's not just about painting. You can learn it like theoretically, but I'm getting really the field of psychology, the field of, as I said, esoterica, just deeper levels of your current studies. So that is that, okay? That is the first messages I'm getting from your guides. Watch out for someone who is wearing, I'm seeing a silver necklace. I do see the moon, but this person could be wearing a very gentle silver jewelry on their neck. I'm definitely seeing a necklace here. Yeah, I'm definitely picking up someone who loves silver. They wear it a lot. Even their clothes might be in the gray color scale. They could be like pale blue and bluish tones and grayish tones. Yeah, so the eclipse for you guys is activating partnerships, especially romantic partnerships, and with the High Priestess, that's like an elevated connection, and it's something you could already foretell for yourself. You could foresee it. Okay. So yeah, since I'm not getting a different kind of message, I'm going to pull a couple more tarot cards, and then we will probably transition into the oracle decks. Oh, yeah, another message. So this looks to me also as an activation you're receiving from someone that will trigger psychic abilities. So your current connections might be very paranormal, psychically charged. You're just getting those activations from the current relationships you're establishing, especially romantic partnerships, as I already mentioned a couple of times, but also just soulmate types of friendships where you feel like you've always known this person and that's the best person in the world and you become besties instantly. Those people activate higher wisdom, higher knowledge within you. Those relationships might also help you clarify the next thing you want to pursue and get skilled at. And also your psychic gifts is very likely to be activated by this person. So you've got the eclipse shifting your soulmate journey. Okay, so you're colliding with your soulmate or a couple of them. And also it's activating perhaps your 8th house, 9th or 12th, which are all revolving around spirituality, the other side, higher education, higher knowledge, wisdom, intuition. some of you might be introduced to a Virgo or a Sagittarius individual, is what I'm channeling. Oh, the devil. Hello. Okay. I instantly got a headache. We pulled the devil and I'm instantly getting a headache. Be careful with an older female. The Queen of Cups with the High Priestess. And then we've got the Devil card. And this to me is like a hidden enemy, a frenemy type of energy, but also an elder female could be not jinxing you, but she might feel like she knows everything about your destiny, and it's almost like she unconsciously is manifesting. I'm having some tea to clear my throat. So we've got the Three of Wands and Ten of Pentacles with the Devil. Okay. This is kind of depicting the energy I was talking about. Now, with the Three of Wands, you might be really tempted to spend your money on an intangible goals and visions, like investing in things that you're not really seeing, or with the Three of Wands, it's kind of like convincing yourself those things will pay off. But I think the Devil here is actually asking you to be much more practical. I really feel practicality is just important for pile 1 at this time. Not wasting resources on these glimpses of an idealized future. If you're into the law of attraction, this might be what you think is the right thing to do. You know, trust the unseen reality and all of that. But I do believe there is an appropriate time and space for everything. And right now, you can manifest without investing too much of your security. I like how the Ten of Pentacles is here because it gives a very solid middle pillar of the spread. And yeah, I think you guys are really having a solid ground right now. So don't let it fall apart. Don't make it fall apart yourselves. Use it to your benefit, because all of these emotional, positive experiences that you're going to go through, they need a solid foundation. And because I feel a relationship can become very chaotic if you feel like you can't provide for yourself. I feel an emotional experience can take a happy emotional experience can take a chaotic, confusing, or escapistic turn if there is no solid foundation you can rely on. So that's why I think it's important to preserve your resources. Now, the Three of Wands and the Devil. You know what is interesting, pile 1? I think you guys are already on the journey. You guys are already traveling, experiencing the adventure. the devil is kind of like this illusion. Is this enough? Okay, with the 10 of Pentacles and then followed by the devil, is it enough? The devil is asking you, is this enough? Do you want more? With the High Priestess, does your current reality or the actual adventure that you're having right now, does it look the way you imagined it? Because something may not look how it was in your head initially, how it was in your imagination, so you may doubt that it's the correct path. But oftentimes our imagination may trick us to just get us into something, or the inspired visions we get in meditations, the guidance, you know, we might be guided to go on a certain journey and then find it difficult and wonder why. I knew intuitively it was the correct thing for me, and it still is the correct thing for you, but nobody said it's gonna be easy. Oftentimes it's actually the human brain that idealizes the potential future, and it is the correct future, it is the correct path for you. However, the devil often is the voice that makes us think, it's not as easy as I thought it would be. It's not the way I imagined it, so maybe it's wrong. So yeah, I think you should not listen to this voice. And I think you should realize you guys are already on the journey with the Three of Wands. I think you're already moving. You've called the taxi, you've called the airline, you booked the tickets already. It's like this journey you want to walk, it's already set in stone. So don't allow the devil to distract you or confuse you. The High Priestess is on top of the devil, which means that the angel on one of your shoulders is stronger. Okay, the voice of the higher self is stronger than the lower self. You must trust that the actions the actions you took, okay, the goals you had, that you've already solidified enough and are quite stable foundations in your life, they were inspired by your higher self. You did not make the wrong decisions and the wrong choices. Pile 1. Because with the Queen of Cups, you're looking at the past and you're wondering and reflecting, did I make the right decisions? Underneath the Queen of Cups, in her unconscious, is the Three of Wands. Did I take the correct path, the correct route? Am I on the right path? Yes, you absolutely are. Okay, let's get an oracle card for you. And I think the eclipse will just heighten your intuition, it will heighten your faith, okay? Yeah, especially if it's taking place in your 9th or 11th, 9th or 12th house, as I mentioned previously. If that is the case, your faith will be renewed. Reflection, illusion, self-examination, and distortion. Just what I was talking about. And we've got 15 and 15 here. The temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise. Well, these oracle cards do confirm what we were talking about, so let's see if I can pull anything from them, anything else. Oh yeah, well, it could be a family trait to overanalyze the situation a lot, to confuse intuition and fear. So, okay, usually when we take impulsive action, but the driving force is to prevent something from happening. For example, you take the impulsive action to create a business, but not because you were inspired and you can't wait to do it. The driving force was to prevent yourself from getting broke, or you know, not being able to provide for yourself. There is a slight difference, but it's there. So when we take impulsive action, not inspired action, impulsive action, which the driving force behind was fear, doubt, trying to prevent something from happening. So we're kind of trying to outwit the universe, our higher self. This is when we're listening to the devil on our shoulder. This is when we're listening to the temptress. And of course, what I see here right now, you guys, with the eclipse, if you're in a situation where you're a third party, or you're involved in a very with a very mischievous person, with someone who has a family, and they are not willing to tell you what position you hold in their personal life, I think don't use, I'm gonna be straightforward, don't use the physical intercourse to keep someone in your life. That's important. But with this temptress, some of you are using your sexual energy to beautify yourselves, to amplify your confidence. Just want to point out that this deck, the Sacred Rebels, is also a gift from one of my subscribers, and yeah, I'm very grateful for it. So here I am using it. Defend to the end the worthwhile. Oh my god, the sharpness of the messages with pile 1. I'm so glad they're so clear, because that's exactly, like, this picture kind of depicts the emotions I felt when I had my first vision of the wolf. Defend to the end, okay? Preserve something, pile 1. Preserve yourselves. Don't fall into self-destructive habits because of a connection. Don't try to evoke empathy in someone by putting yourself in a bad place in the situation. I'm gonna give you an example. You're involved with someone that doesn't want to define the relationship, and you're like trying to show them how difficult you have it at life, or how you are the victim of life circumstances, in hopes that they would have empathy for you and be there for you, and there will be an emotional attachment and sealing the deal, basically. Don't do that. Preserve your integrity. Preserve a position that is respectful. That's also important. I'm getting that at this time, if you don't take impulsive decisions, impulsive action, it's very likely for you to multiply your abundance in Aries season. Until then, reflect, analyze, educate yourself. Also, some of you might be working on some protective magic. Maybe you're creating some energetic shields. I definitely think they're working, and I definitely think the totem of the wolf and the owl are the animal spirits that you may want to evoke in your etheric field, in your energy field, to protect yourself. The dog keeps barking, so that's an extra message. Your guides are taking you somewhere, but you should trust that they will take you there without you interfering too much. That's quite random, and I think it's gonna be the wrapping up message, but I heard a makeup company is taking off. So for some of you, if you're into the makeup industry or you want to make it into the makeup industry, your craft, your art might be taking off pretty soon. You might have collaborations with Europe and some theatrical group or something. I'm hearing, for those of you who are into makeup, getting out of your comfort zone and like expanding your horizons when it comes to the type of makeup you do is important, because it might be the golden ticket for you guys. So that is all I'm getting. I don't want to force any more messages, since I feel like it's a quite nicely organized reading for pile 1, which is interesting because I'm these days all over the place whenever I read my cards. But yeah, that was a refreshing type of structure. I liked it. I hope you resonated with the messages and you enjoyed this reading. I want to express my gratitude for all of you who support my channel, support my work, spent this precious time here with me. I'm very, very grateful for all of you, and I'm sure you already know it, but I feel like I have to say it again. Thank you. I hope this is useful for you, giving you guidance on how to deal with the eclipse. Let me know how you're experiencing the recent astrological events. Don't hesitate to give me some details, of course, if you want to. And obviously you can support my channel by liking this video, commenting, subscribing to the channel if you have not already, and checking out my other pick a cards, my coffee page, my Instagram for extra content and yeah, ways of supporting me. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So for those of you who picked either the Elemental Tarot deck, the Elemental Wisdom, or this beautiful egg-shaped crystal, at least to me, it's like an, to me it looks like an egg. I'm not sure if it's a different geometrical shape, so excuse me if I'm mistaking it. Now, let's see what your guides want to tell you about the eclipse on December 4th. I had to take a deep breath. I feel like you guys must, if you're not already, that's definitely the influxing, incoming energy you must be very excited, or you're about to get very excited about something where it's almost like you're so excited that it turns into anxiety, and you're like, "Whew, I need to breathe deeply." Your guides are really, I keep seeing, they're showing me high mountains, places in nature, but hills, mountains, places like that. Not necessarily a forest, a park, a lake, a beach even. I'm really seeing the mountain and hills, and like sitting on the rock and breathing in this fresh, clear, pure air. That's super important for Pile 2 at this time. To cope, to deal with whatever you're dealing with, or to simply enjoy this type of connection with nature. Some of you might feel like you haven't been channeling your higher self a lot lately, and I'm getting that you need to breathe fresher air and to breathe deeply and to visit more places that are away from electrical towers and just the city. Get away from the city to reconnect with your higher self. Some breathing techniques are also, as I said, could be helpful. Okay. Interesting. The Four of Swords, it's kind of coming out reversed, although none of these cards are reversed, but this one flipped. So we'll leave it like that. King of Cups. And the Ten of Cups. Nice. Really nice. I'm hearing awakening of the ancestors. I think your guides are congratulating you on healing something. Reaching a higher level of emotional awareness. This will be very supportive of your future endeavors. I think finally some sort of routine or some sort of habit, some project you wanted to establish and create and work on, something you've been procrastinating on, you're finally getting the boost of energy to do it. There is like an awakening of your imagination, first of all, with the King of Cups, but there is an awakening of emotional intelligence, listening to your body, taking very intuitive steps that allow you to let energy in. I feel that your crown has been blocked and you could not let new energy in and renew your life force. You couldn't renew the energy around you. I was getting this feeling that you're getting out of imagine when you're wearing the same clothes for days and you're at home and you're not going out anywhere. I feel like you guys are exiting this type of energy and you'll be enjoying more moments of emotional satisfaction than ever, which is super nice because I'm really getting a lot of focus on the mental, on the mundane, on the responsible aspects of life, responsibility aspects of life. Now I'm seeing refreshed energy. I'm seeing emotional liberation. Your heart chakra is healed and your crown chakra is healed. So this solar eclipse may trigger heart palpitations, may trigger some insomnia or nausea, like nauseous feeling. Of course, always check in with a doctor, with a medical worker, but I think that those are some of the symptoms of literally your chakra centers in the heart and the crown getting unclogged, and the stream of water is finally flowing more easily again, but it took quite some time to get here. You might finally be able to have the holiday you wanted to have, pile 2. And of course we have a court card, the king. And court cards in tarot always indicate the presence of some person. So I'm really thinking you might be introduced to someone, or there is someone in your life currently. But since we're talking about the eclipse, I do feel the eclipse might bring this person. Someone who... This seems like an artistic person, an intuitive person. They could be also a doctor as well, or a healer of some sort. But they have a very peaceful energy, very peaceful aura. You feel calm around them. Even if you wondered, could this be romantic? I am not getting that you're feeling the butterflies in your stomach and the excitement around crushing on someone. This feels like a very calm presence entering your life, fitting in your life so nicely, so peacefully. The eclipse is reminding you to spend more time in the real world rather than in the digital world, to spend more time with friends and family and loved ones, and to honor those precious moments. Your guides are saying that the eclipse is just triggering this epiphany within you for a reason. I do feel some of you have been not consciously escaping karmic lessons, but when we interact with family members, with friends, loved ones, with our close personal circle of people, we allow to exchange energy between each other. The purpose why we are in each other's lives evolves more quickly, because through conversations we clear and activate and release so much karma at the same time. Conversations between loved ones are so important energetically, and I think that the eclipse will make you realize that. And your guides are saying that if you've been isolating from your loved ones after the eclipse, around the eclipse, especially because for most people Christmas is coming, just these family celebrations are coming, and you know, at this time, this year, you might be surprisingly emotional, surprisingly vulnerable with people you did not allow yourself to be vulnerable with. And I think a long journey of self-healing, self-mastery, self-awareness, developing your emotional intelligence, practicing it, allowed you to now become confident enough to be vulnerable with your loved ones. And I think some sort of conversation will no longer be delayed or procrastinated. You're finally having it, and there is a rainbow at the end. So I do see a happy ending in a relationship where a lot of words were held back, a lot of things were kept within and not spoken out and loud. But now you're gaining confidence that you can show your emotions and hear another person's opinion. You're just very mature about certain relationships, and they're moving forward karmically, and they will feel, certain relationships in your life will feel rejuvenated, because through your mature decision to hold certain conversations, karma is released, so these connections are feeling lighter. The Judgment. Oh my gosh, I was literally thinking about this, but I wasn't sure. I was seeing it in the Four of Swords, and so interesting. Under the Four of Swords, we've got the Judgment. Let me explain. I was getting the message of you might be holding a conversation with the person on the other side, or maybe you experienced loss recently and you're saying goodbye to this person, okay? You're greeting them goodbye. And you've got the Judgment. So yeah, definitely connection with those on the other side is possible, but the resurrection of a relationship is also possible. So as I said, maybe you were in separation with certain people, or you didn't speak to some of your friends or family, and with the Judgment there is a resurrection of that. You're ready to face your past. Wow, Pile 2, you're ready to maturely face your past and release any karma around it. It's almost like you're really operating emotionally, mentally, action-wise from the consciousness of your higher self. So you're operating from the consciousness of your higher self regards relationships. Knight of Pentacles. This could be a conversation between father and son. Someone who, if you live abroad and you're coming back home for the holidays or something, you might hold a very emotionally nuanced conversation with a father figure, or a male authority in your life that was somehow the driving force for you leaving your home. Okay. Four of Cups. Underneath the Ten of Cups. The reason why you were dissatisfied with some aspects of your life was truly procrastination, but since we already spoke that, I see you moving forward with this, with procrastinating on conversations, projects, especially artistic, creative projects, with the King of Cups and the Four of Cups. I do feel this is fixed and you're again experiencing emotional satisfaction thanks to no longer procrastinating. I'm definitely hearing the words of being enough. Wasn't I enough? Wasn't what I did for you enough? You might be talking on those subjects with someone. Don't be afraid to approach someone if they moved on and they're living their best life, and maybe you did not achieve everything you were talking about with them at some point, and they did. They achieved their part of their goals and you couldn't achieve fully yours. So this is either another person in your life that wants to talk to you, but they are feeling shy and reserved because they feel like they're not bringing to the table something good enough, or this is you guys. And around the eclipse, once again, the higher selves of you and the people you're involved with are speaking loudly to all of you. So all of you might take unexpected action towards each other to have those conversations and fix that karma and learn those lessons, because the higher self is kind of talking over your human mind. So with the Four of Cups, whatever you've been holding back, or whatever you've been insecure about, whatever people have been insecure about, it's all laid out on the table. I really feel like everybody is laying their cards on the table and truth is being revealed. I think your guides are also suggesting that around the eclipse, I feel for Pile 2 some sort of very sacred spiritual experience is taking place where you're viewing your life through the lenses of your higher self, okay? So you're seeing now the light in people. I think you've been having some pessimistic, even if you didn't want to, some pessimistic visions of the future, of people, of humanity in general, humanity at large. And your guides are saying that the eclipse is returning you back to your higher self and reminding you why you came here, why you that all of these negative things are quite an illusion, and that there is a deeper truth beneath the surface. And you are finally again remembering this. With the Judgment card, there's just this reawakening of your higher self. It's almost like you disconnected and you're connecting again, and you're able to see people in their highest light, in their higher consciousness. You're able to see them in a better light, which is again changing your entire dynamics around how you experience interactions with people. I think that the eclipse for you is changing mostly this, how you experience your interactions with people. Do you generally or automatically hate on men, hate on women, hate on humanity, hate on a specific religious group, ethnical group, anything? Like, your higher self is illuminating where you've been separating yourself from others and how this has been causing distortions in your life, and it's been causing emotional dissatisfaction, and you've been unconsciously and maybe even unwillingly slowly detaching yourselves from reality and from interactions with others. Maybe your empathic abilities pulled you away from people. So your higher self is reminding you of your power to be the king or the conscious ruler and observer of your emotions, and instead of them using you and ruling over you, you're using them and ruling over them, not in some way of maniacally controlling your emotions, but just when you're aware of them, you naturally gain control. You naturally don't feel like your empathic gift is a curse. Okay, so yeah, your higher self is definitely reminding you of your empathy is a gift, not a curse. And it's helping you to no longer shy away from relationships forming in your life, from experiencing maybe even romantic relationships. Maybe some of you have been pushing away that. You've been holding back from romantic interactions. Zen garden, or Zen garden, inner sanctuary. And the message: positive news and positive outcome. Yes, these conversations at the end of the day will have a positive outcome. You may receive positive news from foreign lands, from people who live in foreign lands. The inner sanctuary I was talking about, the Zen garden, you guys will be connecting with the sun and solar consciousness, especially if you visit the mountains, especially if you go out in nature. Even if it's cold, allow the sun rays to touch you. With the inner sanctuary and then the message, I actually feel like something you've been working on in seclusion, in your own space, you're getting it out there, you're sharing it with friends, you're sharing it with peers, family, maybe even bosses, or just on social media, you're putting it out there. I feel like some of you have this really Zen craft that really gets you in a meditative state of mind that you should start investing more in. With the Knight of Coins, maybe it's time to develop this a bit more. Don't sit on your gifts, okay? With the Four of Cups, don't sit on your talents and on your skills. And the Zen garden is reminding you, meditate and go inward and remember why you came with those gifts. There is a reason why you came with a specific package of abilities. Of course, there are things that we are meant to do simply for ourselves, but there are also very often things we enjoy so much, we wish we could share them, but we're not sure how. I think with positive news and positive outcome, in your conversations with people, you may encounter randomly the key or the idea how you can get this out, how you can share what you love with others and turn this emotionally satisfying experience for you into valuable service or product or experience for another person. So again, this is about, on a deep level, understanding how we are all connected. That is what the eclipse is triggering, perhaps your 5th house or your 11th house. But this is like you're understanding how love connects all of us, even when it comes to when you do the things you love and you share them with others and they love it. That's also a divine way in which you were meant to connect with this person. A great example is what I'm doing right now, and I'm not saying I am like perfect at it, but I do what I love and I love to share it. And I understand that when I share it, I attract my soul family, I interact with people, and it brings me such emotional satisfaction when I know I could provide someone with a valuable experience, an enjoying experience. So I think that's something you guys are also realizing, that we connect with people not only through establishing a relationship, but through exchanging love. Because what you do is not the thing you're doing, but it's actually love wrapped up in the thing you're doing. I am a tarot reader, but this is not a tarot reading. This is a package of love, and the wrapping paper looks like a tarot reading, but I'm sharing love because I love to do that. If I came here in a bad mood and I didn't enjoy it, it's still a tarot reading, but it's not love, so I'm not sharing love. You see what I mean? So you're understanding how you share love and you connect with people, not just in personal relationships or friendships, or you don't have to love somebody by involving them closely in your life. You can keep them at a distance and maybe even have this type of relationship where you speak once a year, but it's always amazing. But it's because whatever you do and whatever you speak about, it's love wrapped up in words, in paint, in paper, in whatever it is. You guys are messengers for love, and that is what the eclipse is reminding you of. But your message can look in many different shapes and forms. So it's definitely important to meditate at this time, but at the same time, what I'm getting is, do not isolate yourself in the digital world. However, you can meditate and interact with people. Those are the important things. Interact with people in real life. Meditate. If you're going to isolate yourself, do what you love. Be in that meditative state, but don't escape interaction in the digital world. I kept getting the digital world coming up with the Four of Swords for some reason. So some of you, this is of course not for all of you. For example, if you're running an online business, it's difficult to not be involved in the digital sphere. However, you can definitely achieve balance. I'm just getting that for some of you who are basically wasting your time or playing a lot of games and things like that, that's cool. That's cool. Sometimes we can chill and relax this way, but for some reason I'm getting that it may be an excuse for you to not experience emotional satisfaction. It may be a reason why you're not experiencing emotional satisfaction. So minimize your time in synthetic worlds. Focus on the light. Wow. Okay. Yes, as I said, there will be a reawakening of your light because your higher self is coming through, and you'll be seeing the light in others much more clearly, as well as in yourself. It's so cool you've got the Judgment underneath the Four of Swords reversed, because this is like a huge wake up. You're waking up, you're opening up your eyes. I feel like for many of you, after the eclipse, you may experience a brand new reality. It's like you're in the same city, you're in the same space, with same people. However, your reality looks entirely different. I think you are regaining a deep, strong faith and meaning of life and purpose of life. You're regaining a remembrance of that, of the meaning of your life, of the meaning of your role in this world, which is very uplifting. And as I said, you'll be connecting with the sun, and here we have a sunflower. So That's also nice. A lot of archangelic energy. Many angels and archangels are around you at this time. Whether you believe them or not, you could call them spirit guides or whatever you believe in. However, I definitely see angels in particular. So right now, really, your higher self's will is loud and clear. It's coming back online. Pile 2, you're going to enjoy the human experience again. Of course, with the Ten of Cups, definitely playtime and just fun time is coming for you. Just chilling, relaxing, enjoying life is coming forward with this eclipse energy. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it gave you clarity on what you can expect around the energies of the eclipse, what the eclipse is triggering within your timeline, within your life. I hope you resonated. I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And you can always continue to support me by liking this video, subscribing to the channel if you have not already, checking out other pick cards or my social media platforms such as my Ko-fi page where you can donate, or my IG where there is extra content. So I truly hope this was useful for you. Again, let me know and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello pile 3 and welcome to your reading. So if you chose this blue, it looks black on camera but it's blue tower crystal, so this is gonna be your reading. Let's see what your guides want you to know about the eclipse. Okay, let's see. Number 13, the Death card. Interesting, because I had a vision of fire, like a flame. It was very red. And the Death card, for some reason, I'm thinking of resurrection, but I want to see the other cards and not make quick conclusions. The Strength card and the Two of Wands. Okay. So, I'll be shuffling, but just for the sake of getting myself in the zone. You guys are having two divine journeys. I'm saying divine because we have the wands. So you've got two possible futures, two paths, and you have a decision to make. And one journey may look like facing the unknown. My cat. One journey looks like completely facing the unknown, while the other journey excuse me, I made a quick pause. So to me, looking at the cards, it seems that one journey you guys have more control over. It looks like grabbing life by the horns, you know, and just moving forward. The other possible journey is facing the unknown and you don't have as much control over it. And it's interesting because I do feel that, I feel like this is scary, okay? It's not scary because it's negative or bad, but because you don't know what to expect, and it's scary to make a decision. But I feel like the message from your guides is that the eclipse will kind of force you in one direction, and I think you guys don't want to be forced in one particular direction. You kind of like to navigate two possibilities, or to gamble, to juggle two or more possibilities. And yeah, your guides are warning you, and I do feel that you are scared of choosing one and feeling like you may miss out on something. So the fear of missing out is what I feel keeps you in this closed space. You're seeing the sun and you're seeing all of your potentials, and it's like, it's exciting, you know. I definitely feel you're getting passionate about something with the strength card. There is passion, there is drive, there is lust that you are turning into exerting your will. The strength card is not just being strong or overcoming your inner demons, taming your demons. It's this lustful energy to climb on top of the ladder of consciousness, first of all. So translated in our human experience, this is like the lust to fulfill your purpose, to reach your fullest potential. That is the strength card to me, and I do feel you're experiencing all of that, but for some reason it's hard to just go for it. And I think that the eclipse on December 4th will be the culmination, and it's like you either stay or you go, and I feel that most of you will go, because yeah, it seems to me that the journey you've got more control over, I think this is what you're going to choose. But this journey that is the unknown, for those of you who don't pick this route, it's not because you're scared, but I feel this unknown journey was more so a what's the word? I can't remember it. Fuck. I can't find the correct word, but it's like lusting over things. Greediness, yes. The unknown path was more so of a greedy curiosity, like, could I be more than what has been shown to me? And I think that most of you will actually choose the path you've got more control over. It may seem like it's not you're very passionate about it. It may not be as exciting, especially with the elimination of one opportunity, but nothing is ever set in stone. So even when we pick things that we feel we can control and we know where it's going, they can also take us to mystical places. And I think that is a lesson you guys are learning at this time. I'm getting a masculine figure, an older male figure in your life will help you navigate this journey. 5 of Wands. Yeah, 5 of Wands underneath the Death card. Like, what do I let go of? What do I allow to die? You know, and what should I move on from? The Fool. Underneath the Strength card, I love how the cards are aligning. Yeah, for you guys, the eclipse, it is the same old cliche, but the eclipse truly marks a new beginning. In terms of you're finally making the decision. You're finally making the decision, and I think you've been moving forward. However, the act of taking a side is what has been leaving an unpleasant aftertaste after all the work you do. It's like not taking a side maybe burns you out at some point. The eclipse is marking the end of this tendency to be indecisive. You may have a lot of Leo placements, because usually people with powerful Leo placements, they are skilled at many different things, and this creates dissonance. Like when you've got a lot of different talents, which one do I master fully? So yeah, your guides are saying that you're choosing quality over quantity. And the Fool will help you. The Fool will help you because the eclipse is like the point of, okay, I'm just taking this side, period, point blank, and I'm no longer looking back. And I don't want to regret, and I don't want to feel like I'm missing out. That is the energy your guides were showing me here in the cards, that despite holding every potential, which is the Fool, you choose to master one. The Fool is the card that is where life sprouts from. And the Fool is the card in the Major Arcana that holds every potential journey for the hero to walk. Every possible arrangement of the rest of the tarot cards is a different journey, and those are many potentials, and the Fool holds all of them within it. That's why it's a new beginning. It will always be a new beginning, but the rest of the cards kind of determine how this new beginning is going to look like. So the Fool is like us standing in front of thousands of doors and just choosing one, because you cannot possibly walk through many of them, a couple of them, or all of them simultaneously. At least not in the physical reality. So yeah, it's like you are aware how many potentials you have, but your guides and the eclipse energy will push you to just commit to one. The Strength card. Tame one potential to reach its fullest blossom. Yes, the Page of Wands. Oh my gosh, I love it, because this is youthful, young energy on the path of discovery. I love this for you guys. It's like you're finally deciding what you want to study. You're finally deciding what you want to do for a living. You're finally deciding where you want to live. It's time to explore. It's time to turn on your adventurous spirit and to be playful about major life decisions. It feels like the more playful you are, the easier it's gonna be for you to make this decision, make the step forward. And with the Page of Wands, as I said, youthful, fresh energy of grasping that wand, grabbing the idea, and just, doing something with it. And of course, you do see that the eclipse will result in a situation where you may feel a bit unequipped. You may feel like you're kind of experimenting, although I do see you in a field where you've got some experience. I do see some type of renovation where it's like it feels like an experimentation regardless of your experiences before. But that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun, and I think that's what you need to have in your beginning without all the adult-like, responsibility-oriented mindset. Just make this decision by being playful. The Page of Wands, it's like discovering that it's the child of the universe, it's the child of the creator, and you know, you see that wand left from the creator and you realize, wait, is this my magical tool? I might as well use it. So you guys will find yourselves with tools in the bag that you've never used before, and of course those that you've used and mastered. But I do also feel that even over talents that you've already mastered to some extent and you've got some experience with, you will look at them as new, brand new, fresh tools. You know, maybe you know perfectly the art of, I'm gonna give you an artistic example, acrylic paints, but you're buying this new set of paints and you're looking at it differently and you're applying it differently. Maybe it's more expensive and now you wanna be more serious about it, meaning you wanna learn more about the actual techniques and instead of just doing what you're comfortable doing. Or maybe it's the quite opposite, you know, this could take two different directions. Maybe you're buying a very inexpensive, cheap set of paints and you're not afraid to experiment with it. So perhaps choosing the path that, it's like the bet is less, so the gamble is less risky. Choosing this type of path might actually result in you experimenting more and having more fun because there is less to lose. Okay, it took me a whole bunch of giving you guys examples to reach the message, but yeah, actually perhaps investing in something more light-hearted or less risky will result in very experimental, playful energy, which you could not expect. Playing it safe by, an example, purchasing cheap set of acrylics can allow you to really waste it away, try new techniques and all of that. Yeah, so you guys have to determine your values. Are you more willing to put in the work if you invest in something super high quality and super prestigious? Or are you willing to put more in the work if you did not invest so much and you had more space for creative freedom and expression and playfulness? Which do you think will inspire you more? Which journey, you guys? Okay, facing the unknown, will that allow you to be playful and experiment? Or continuing with what you know, but looking at it from a different perspective, will that allow you to experiment more and have more fun and at the same time achieve results instead of wasting away energy? So yeah, as I said, I think you're choosing the Strength card, which is the thing you already have experience at, and you're simply looking at it from slightly altered perspective, where you're willing to experiment with what you know about the subject, but also with what you don't know about the subject. Maybe you are overestimating yourselves, pile 3, that you've reached perhaps the full potential of something and you want to move on from it, but at the same time you don't, because you like it. It's just that you wish you could find a new way to do it or something. Well, find a new way to do it. Look at your tools differently. Apply them differently. yeah, your guys are totally supporting you in your endeavors of re-innovation and just experimentation and playfulness. They highly recommend it. It's like, this is what will help you overcome analysis paralysis syndrome, where too much overthinking will prevent you from moving forward. So yeah, they suggest be playful, experiment. They're also confirming your craft is divinely guided. I said divine paths at the beginning because we've got wands. Wands energy is fire energy, and fire energy is the element closer to divinity when we look at the alchemical significance of the elements. So yeah, there is a lot of sun, solar energy here. So a lot of Leo vibes. Okay, maybe the summer of 2022 will be much more adventurous than you're expecting. I'm just saying that it's time to dive in those creative ideas that seem like so much fun in your mind, but it's time to execute it in the physical. This is just the biggest confirmation to act on your instincts, pile 3, and I feel like that is the best message from all readings. Like, act on your instincts, act on your impulses because they're divinely inspired. It's like you guys are getting the green light to just play around, and I think in the upcoming Capricorn season, for you to have this green light to play around in the season of the Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn is the Queen of Pentacles. So to have this ability, this opportunity to be playful in the season of things materializing, in the things being fertilized, in the things being in the season of things growing, in the season of things being fertilized, that is amazing, because it's like whatever experiment you bet all of your, I don't know, like resources on, has the potential of the Fool to grow in a full journey. So whatever you do in Capricorn season, expect it to last long term and to give you results. So experiment now so that you can kind of have more clarity in Capricorn season. Okay, these are the few things I want to focus on. I won't even say one thing. I think it's impossible for you guys, but like, these are the few things, like 2 or 3 maximum things that I want to focus on and really grow. You want to make clothes, you want to make jewelry out of scratch, out of nothing. Go for it, do it. If you guys have an opportunity to switch companies, that's also a great time to do it during the eclipse. You guys are, I feel like you're waiting for an invitation of some kind. Oh, we have 3 cards. A hidden A hidden gift, sadness, an ending, a new beginning. Yeah, so with the dead card, oh my gosh, these cards are so coherent. I love it. I live for it. With the dead card, how did I miss out on it? Like, there is a revelation of a hidden gift through some pain and sorrow and loss. Something ended to give the opportunity for something else to grow. I'm having almost this vision of like two flowers sprouting from the same seed, and one dies for the other to fully blossom, because both cannot coexist. So yeah, definitely the loss of something will hit you a little bit. You will feel sadness, but that is the hidden gift of something fully growing, and you're going to enjoy it so much once you start bearing the fruits of it, and once it starts to open new doors for you. It's like now you're letting something go and committing to one path to allow it to fully blossom, but in the future that one thing will once again give you a couple of opportunities. You need to understand that even though you're committing now, it's not forever. Okay, nothing is forever. It may be for a long time, it may be a long-term commitment, but still it doesn't mark your forever, or it doesn't mark the end of the story. Oh my gosh, pile 3. In order to make proper decision, stop focusing on the end of the story. Stop focusing on this opportunity will give me this ending. You should focus on the beginning, not the ending, because the end of the story has not been even written yet. This is destiny in the writing. So don't focus on something that is still very untangible. It's still very quantum. Focus on the beginning and scratch the ending. The ending is not important. Don't make a decision based on what is the final destination it's going to take you to. The message. Oh, I think pile 1 had this, but I'm not sure. Positive news and positive outcome. So as I said, you may receive an invitation. You might be waiting for an invitation to travel somewhere. You might be waiting for an invitation to work for a specific company. And didn't I say a male will be helping you out? I still see it. A male is involved in helping you out transition. Winter's end, regeneration, rebirth, and again positive outcome. So, yeah, there is definitely a sense of regeneration with that card and then the strength card. To me, this keeps being the ending of your analysis paralysis, period. Your vitality is being restored. As I said, the whole thing of you not making a decision was more tiresome than all the work you are putting towards your goals, pile 3. And with the regeneration and rebirth, yes, something dies, but it gives something else more energy, and you're going to feel it. I definitely feel you're going to experience the sense of spring after the eclipse. After the eclipse, you may want to change your hair. New hair, new me. You're giving voice to something once again, you've been in deep conflict about, you're giving voice to something you've been keeping within, something you knew was part of your journey, but you never dared to commit to it. Going beyond normal. Absolutely. Pile 3. Okay, hold on, wait. I wanna focus. Yeah, I feel like your guides are saying you've been asking for something, you've been asking for guidance, you've been praying for a specific manifestation. Now we're showing you how to get it, how it's going to come into your life. So you cannot hide from it. You cannot pull away when it gets serious. You asked for genius, we're giving you ideas. Don't hide from them. This could be also about a lifestyle change that you guys are establishing after the eclipse. And it's like, maybe you're afraid to share with people you want to go vegan, or you want to go back from being vegan to eating meat. Like, there is a shift in your lifestyle. Could also be involved with sexuality. There's just something you expressed a very strong opinion on, and now you changed your mind, especially around the eclipse, the change of mind is taking place. You may be afraid to talk about this because you feel like, you know, I'm going backward on my word. I'm going back on my words. I am like not being integral and things like that. I don't think that's the case. Don't be afraid of people judging you for changing your mind, because we're light beings, first of all, but not only that, I think we're even beyond light beings. So we're in constant motion. We're constantly in motion, changing and shifting. So it's ridiculous to think your opinion from 2 years ago must stay the same 20 years in the future. You guys, the eclipse is giving you access to new information, and you're completely changing your mind on something. Winter's end, I think that is not the end necessarily of, yeah, winter representing slowing down and all of that, but I think it's more so the end of a mindset, the end of a survival mechanism that you had in your life. Because in winter time we're using our resources, we're trying to be smart about survival because we don't have plenty of things. That is the end. It's the end of sacrifice. It's the end of not sacrifice, I used the wrong word. It's the end of it's the end of lack, okay? Yeah. It's the end of feeling like you're lacking things, like you have to compromise. You're going beyond normal. You're accessing new sorts of information, new resources. With the Strength card, it's almost like when you gain dominance over certain parts of you, you're accessing new pockets of abilities, new pockets of energy. For example, when you gain dominance over a bad habit of not drinking water, now you are disciplining yourself, you're drinking water, and this is giving you tons of energy to run around and just like do stuff, work on your projects. You're gaining new information which provokes new habits, new daily routines, and new lifestyle changes, and those lifestyle changes allow you more of this spring energy. So yeah, your guides are saying that the eclipse is aligning you with vital information that you should not ignore. Pile 3, I think that life will take you in a very interesting place where you'd never expect. And for a lot of you, I feel that life is taking you to exotic countries, and just you're going to experience a cultural reset, okay? That will absolutely change your mindset and views on life and the world. Of course, this is a more long-term prediction, but I think that this eclipse may set a lot of things in motion for that to manifest in the future. That's why I wanted to do a reading on the eclipse, because I think that the consequences, not even the consequences, but the effects of it will have impact on us over the years to come. So I do think that you guys will be experiencing a cultural reset. You're going somewhere unexpected, absolutely unexpected, although I think you're committing to the known territory, kind of explored territory. Still, this is gonna take you to unknown places. You're entering fields and environments where your genius will be highly valued, much more than ever before. So, I really loved this reading. I hope you did as well. I hope it gave you clarity and guidance and it resonated with you in your situation. Let me know in the comment section below. And I hope to see you soon in another one of my pick a card readings. Bye!